When people talk about Can Yaman, they immediately think of dazzling red carpets, blockbuster projects, and millions of adoring fans screaming his name across continents. Yet, behind the flashing cameras and carefully crafted Instagram posts, there exists another story, one that few dare to tell. For years, rumors have swirled about Can's private life, but nothing compares to the whispers that surfaced recently, hinting at a hidden romance that has been unfolding far from the public eye. It all began with a series of mysterious sightings. At first, nobody paid much attention. Can was spotted at a quiet cafe in Rome, sitting with someone who didn't match the usual glamorous profile of women linked to him in the tabloids. No paparazzi lenses caught a clear face, but fans noticed subtle details, a hand brushing his arm, a smile exchanged when they thought no one was watching. This wasn't the casual interaction of two friends, it carried the weight of intimacy. And it wasn't long before insiders began to talk. One source close to the actor described the situation as a romance hidden in plain sight. According to them, Can had been extremely careful, choosing places where paparazzi rarely roamed, using back doors to avoid attention, and keeping conversations hushed even in public. For a man who was used to the world watching his every move, this level of secrecy suggested something profound. Something real. The rumors gained momentum when sharp-eyed fans noticed something unusual during one of Can's film shoots. Between takes, when cameras weren't rolling, his eyes kept drifting towards someone who wasn't part of the cast or crew. This mysterious figure, always present but never photographed clearly, appeared to hold his focus in a way that even co-stars couldn't. It was like watching him become a different person, one production member said. The confidence, the bravado, suddenly it softened whenever that person was around. Behind-the-scenes footage leaked online revealed even more. A short clip circulated showing Can laughing uncontrollably, the kind of laughter fans had never seen on camera. It wasn't his polished, charming smile, it was raw, genuine, unguarded. Observers were quick to point out that this happened only when the mysterious figure entered the room. For fans, it was proof that something deeper was happening. Social media went into overdrive. Twitter threads exploded with theories, Instagram fan pages dissected blurry screenshots, and TikTok edits romanticized the possibility of a secret love affair. Hashtags like #CanYamanSecretRomance and #HiddenLoveExposed trended worldwide. Fans demanded answers, convinced that this wasn't just gossip, it was the unveiling of a love story carefully protected from the spotlight. Some even started tracking flight data and hotel check-ins, comparing Can's travels to those of suspected companions. Others rewatched old interviews, hunting for slips of the tongue or subtle changes in his expression whenever the subject of love came up. As the noise grew louder, journalists began digging. One Italian magazine published an exposé suggesting that the hidden romance wasn't new at all but had been going on for months, perhaps even years. They claimed that Can and this mysterious partner shared more than fleeting moments, they shared private getaways, late-night phone calls, and handwritten letters exchanged when distance kept them apart. A leaked message, though never confirmed, even hinted at longing, even when the cameras surround me, you are the only one I see. Whether authentic or fabricated, the words fueled a media storm. The most shocking revelation came from a close friend who admitted that Can had confided about feeling torn. On one hand, his career demanded constant attention, press appearances, and fan engagement. On the other, his heart longed for a quieter life, one where he could hold someone's hand without it becoming headline news. He once said that fame gave him everything but took away the chance to love freely, the friend revealed. Those words struck a chord with fans worldwide, who began to see the actor not just as a superstar, but as a man battling the same human struggles they did. Insiders also revealed how protective Can had become. He refused to let this person's name leak, determined to shield them from the brutal world of tabloids. To him, this wasn't just another romance, it was something sacred, something worth protecting even if it meant facing endless speculation. That very silence became the loudest confession. Each time he walked past cameras without a word, each time he ignored the swirling rumors, fans grew more convinced that silence was his way of saying yes, but I will not let you ruin it. By the time international media picked up the story, the secret was no longer just a whisper, it had become the most talked about mystery in celebrity news. Fans across Turkey, Italy, and beyond begged for confirmation. Was Can truly in love? And if so, who was the woman that had captured his heart away from the spotlight? European tabloids splashed his face across covers with headlines like Can's Secret Flame and The Untouchable Bachelor No More. Talk shows debated whether this would change his career path. Would he finally settle down, perhaps even start a family? Or would fame once again force him to choose between love and ambition? The truth remains unconfirmed, but the clues are undeniable. The laughter, the stolen glances, the quiet escapes, the words of close friends, all point to a reality that fans have long suspected. Can Yaman is no longer the untouchable bachelor the world thinks he is. Instead, he may be living a love story hidden from cameras, one that fuels curiosity, envy, and admiration all at once. Fans began to draw comparisons with his most famous TV roles, where his characters often struggled between passion and duty. "Life imitates art," one fan tweeted, garnering thousands of likes. Meanwhile, Italian and Turkish press started publishing conflicting narratives. Some insisted the relationship was real and serious, even hinting at an engagement kept under wraps. Others dismissed it as a publicity stunt, carefully orchestrated to keep Can in the headlines. Yet those who had seen his eyes in candid moments argued otherwise. "You can't fake that kind of tenderness," wrote a columnist in Rome. "This isn't PR, it's love trying to survive under the weight of fame." And then came the fan fantasies. Across online forums, people began writing scenarios, imagining wedding bells, imagining Can finally appearing on the red carpet not alone, but with his hidden partner at his side. Edits appeared with photoshopped rings, baby rumors spread even faster than the original story, and some fan clubs even created petitions begging Can to reveal the truth. It became clear that this wasn't just gossip anymore. It had become part of collective imagination, a modern fairy tale everyone wanted to see come true. Today, every new photo of him is scrutinized, every post dissected, every glance analyzed. When he shares a sunset picture, fans ask, "Was she with you?" When he posts from an airport, they demand, "Who are you flying to see?" And while Can himself remains silent, his silence says more than words ever could. It says that somewhere, behind the glamour, behind the chaos of fame, lies a man guarding the one thing even the brightest spotlight can't expose completely, his secret love. For now, the world waits. Will Can ever introduce her to the public? Will they be photographed together, hand in hand, no longer hiding? Or will this romance remain one of the great mysteries of modern celebrity culture, forever whispered about, never fully revealed? Whatever the outcome, one truth is clear. For Can Yaman, love is no longer a script to be acted out on screen. It is real, raw, and hidden, yet powerful enough to capture the imagination of millions who follow his every move.